I think it's two things. My grandfather one day tried to explain to me the difference between wants and needs, right? And so if you're on a boat and it sinks and you can swim, you want a life jacket maybe. But if you're on a boat and you can't swim and it sinks, you need a life jacket, right? And so I think that part of the problem we have up here, and I say that as someone who has served up here, is the ability to differentiate between the wants and the needs. And you have to fund your needs before you fund your wants. And then if you look at that inflationary cost, look at the level of bureaucracy that has increased in that same time period that you were talking about. Think about the layers that have been placed upon these projects administratively. In fact, I wish I'd had this flow chart that I saw the other day of what it takes us to get a federal money from the federal government and through the federal procurement and the project up to completion. It can take years, it can take a decade. And so I think that if you couple that with determining the needs versus the wants and saying, hey, let's fund our needs, right? I mean, we have some, I guarantee, Rick, if you look at it, like there is a demonstrative fact of the infrastructure needs of this country. The just amount of bridges that just need to be replaced, right? Think about the aging infrastructure that has served us well, right? That has aged out. If we invest in that and say, okay, before we do something new, before we come up with a new idea, let's take care of that infrastructure that is crumbling around us that people for decades now have been used to using. It's my